Let's talk about the Dudley boys. They're put back together here, but they briefly tried a little split. Of course, we know they're going to come back together for Survivor Series. Folks get really excited about that because they're no longer, Devon the Preacher and all this silly stuff. But it doesn't feel as if they get the same big pop they had before the split. Did that split do damage to them in this era, do you think? In hindsight, was it a mistake? I mean, clearly things like this are worth a try, but the return excitement felt like it was a one-off.
I think that, first of all, they weren't as big as they were when they first came in, when they split, which was part of the reason for the split. So you're not going to get back to that by just putting it back together, because it wasn't as big as it once was when they were together. So when you look at it that way, it's, you want to try something. You like both guys, and it was an experiment. It was a failed experiment, because I don't think that either guy, when you look at Bubba's career in particular at that time, Bubba had only been a tag team. I think both of them had only ever been in a tag team. And that's something that people forget a lot of times, man. They'll watch a tag team. They'll fall in love with the tag team. Very seldom can both guys come out of that tag team as strong single competitors, because working in a tag team is different than being by yourself, being an individual, and being able to go out and work a match, the entire match, without having that safety net of tagging somebody out. So for the Dudleys, I think that they were still, trying to find their way. And they had only been in a tag team pretty much their entire career. So now working singles is a different psychology. It's an entirely different way of thinking about a match and thinking about your performance, because it's all on you. You don't have a partner to play off of. And that's what happens. Unfortunately, a lot of times you have two strong personalities. When you split them, it splits the personality sometimes. And, Marty Jannetty didn't take off as a tag team guy. We tried with Legion of Doom, splitting them. Didn't work. If you were to split Ricky and Robert, didn't work. Ricky did okay for a run there a little bit, but man, people wanted to see the tag team as a unit. So I don't know that, it didn't work. It didn't work for Bubba either. I think later on in Bubba's career, when Bubba was forced to be a single, I think Bubba did a hell of a job as a single in TNA and what have you. I thought the Bully Ray stuff worked. But yeah, here it just wasn't. They didn't want to see him as singles, but they weren't as hot as they were coming in when we split them.